Good morning, everyone. It's Julie at the Paper Bag Lady 1, and today I thought I would show you something that I made for a swap that I'm involved in at CraftHappens. I think it's CraftHappens.net. I want to say .ning.com, but I don't think that's right. I think it's CraftHappens.net. But at any rate, there is a swap going on right now where we're altering tickets. And I love tickets. Anybody who knows me knows that I love tickets. So of course I had to sign up for this swap. And I have to say that I did not enjoy making them as much as I thought I would. And I think it's because they're so tiny. And I have never really cared for really teeny tiny work. But I'm glad that I did it. I can't say that I'm going to rush right out and alter tickets again right away. But I thought I would show you what I ended up with. And what we had to do was do 5 strips of 5 tickets each. And they did not all have to be the same. They could be different. So I will show you my tickets and tell you what I did with them in probably the order from my least favorite to my favorite one. So this is my first ticket strip. It's pretty simple. I actually used a chipboard as the base for the tickets. We could use a heavy paper, whatever we wanted to do, and for some reason I just thought I'd go with chipboard. So the strip measures 1 inch wide by 10 inches long, so the tickets are each 1 by 2 inches. And you could use the Tim Holtz ticket strip die for this. I don't have that, so I just cut it and used my hole puncher to do that. And then here, if you can see where it's perforated, is that gonna focus? At any rate, I think you can sort of see that it's perforated there. I have this little tool here. I don't know what it is. I don't know where I got it. I think it must be for sewing. But at any rate, if you just sort of run that back and forth like that across where you want your perforation to be, there it is. So it does not go the whole way through. If people want to tear it, they certainly could. But at any rate, so here's my first ticket, and what I did with this is I took the chipboard and I painted it with a Making Memories scrapbook paint, and I think the color was deep coral. And then I stamped it with these flowers, and that is a stamp set from Stampendous. And then I just took Stardust Stickles and kind of gave the petals a little bit of color. So that's kind of just a nice simple one. The next one I have is this one. And this is, again, they're all the chipboard, and I kept them, all of them but one are blank on, excuse me, blank on the back. So you could adhere them down, or if you wanted to use them to journal, and you could. But I covered this with a paper from K & Company, and I'm sorry, I don't remember what the line is. It was just in my scrap tubs, and I don't know where it came from. But at any rate, so I covered it with a paper, and then I stamped it. And these stamps on here, these words are from different stamp sets. This first one here, this Once Upon a Time, and also this Remember When, came from this stamp set. It's called Storyboards, but I must not have kept the paper that came with it that told me what company it is. I'm really bad at sort of keeping track of my things. But at any rate, this is the stamp set that it came from. So that's where that Once Upon a Time came from, and this Remember When. This Journey stamp came from a stamp set, and I don't even know what it is, because again, I didn't keep any of the papers with it. It might be a Close to My Heart or something like that. I got it at one of those, it was at one of those like home party things. It wasn't Stampin' Up, but it was something like that. And so I'm not sure what other companies are out there, but it was one of them. And then these two sentiments came from Cloud9 Designs Butterfly stamp set. And then what I did here is these little colorful flowers in the centers are little tiny Prima flowers. And then the little crocheted flowers are, of course, cut apart from a larger crocheted piece that I have. So that is my second strip of tickets. Strip number 3 is school. I love school. And this is covered with, literally that background paper is just paper, school paper, that the kids use to, when they learn to write and they practice on. Came from my daughter's school, from the recycle bin at the end of the year. And then I just put it on and I inked it up. And most of my edge inking I like Tim Holtz. I'm really good with that, but I have to say, this cheap little $1.40 or whatever pad is one of my very favorite thing. It's walnut is the color, is one of my favorite things for inking edges. So that's just what this is inked with. And then these little tiny ABCs, and I'm not sure how my camera's going to focus on any of that stuff. Probably not. These are just little like words, and these are like that one's a house and it's got little letter H's, and that one's a rabbit. They came from digital images that I got from a seller, Phenomenon 1859, I believe is the name, on Etsy. And then I just printed them out in miniature and cut them apart. And then the words that are stamped on here are just from a Hero Arts, one of those little tiny sets called Printer's Lowercase. So that is my school ticket. And this one is kind of my vintagey looking, this ticket strip. This is the first one I did, and as you can see, I tried to stamp journaling things on the back. I'm not crazy about how it turned out. However, the tickets were kind of already mostly put together, and I liked the front, so I did not bother to do anything to the back. So sorry about that. And what I did here with the chipboard, and then I have craft paper on top, and if you can see, it's kind of a little roughly edges. I kind of roughed up the edges a bit, and then cut the tickets individually and glued them down to the chipboard. So again, you can still tear them apart. And then the black stamping is from a little tiny Prima stamp that I actually cut apart. It has tickets and keys and all kinds of things on it, and I cut it apart so I could use the individual pieces. And then the words down here that are stamped in the red, which is Tim Holtz Fired Brick Distress Ink, are from a Stampin' Up! Stamp set. And these little tiny butterflies are from Golden Acorn was the name of the stamp company. I bought them off eBay, I'm sure, a number of years ago. They're really teeny tiny little stamps, and they were not mounted. They were just the red rubber. I'm not even sure how I found them, but it was a set of maybe 5 or 6 little tiny butterflies, and I love them. I use it a lot. All right, so that is that ticket strip. And then my 5th ticket strip is my favorite one. It's my Christmas ticket strip. And the paper, the background paper is a My Mind's Eye Christmas stack. And then I stamped these sentiments, dreams and wishes, Santa was here, Christmas greetings, Noel, and have yourself a merry little Christmas. They are from a Hampton Art stamp set called Holiday Dreams and Wishes. And then I stamped and embossed them with a gold embossing powder. I don't remember which one. And then these little stars and jingle bells. The stars came from a Prima spray. It had a whole bunch of these gold sparkly stars on it, so I cut them off. And then these are actual jingle bells, like all rusted, and I'm sure that I got them off of eBay as well, but I can't remember where. It's been so many years. And I tied them with little, it's the string from a shipping tag, coffee dyed. When I coffee dyed the shipping tags, of course the strings got dyed too, and then I took them off because I didn't need them for whatever project I was doing, so I saved them. And so I used them to tie the jingle bells. And then I wasn't quite sure how to adhere the jingle bells so that they wouldn't fall off. So I actually had this really, really thin gold wire. And so I poked 2 holes in the gold star and then put the wire through the little top part of the jingle bell and then twisted it around, wove it through the star. And that's how I made them stick to the star. And then the stars are just attached to the tickets with glossy accents. So those are my tickets for the swap at CraftHappens, and like I said, I expected to really, really love doing these tickets, and I enjoyed it, but I was kind of sad that I didn't get so worked up as I thought I would. But I am very excited to see what everybody else comes up with, and I'm very excited to use the tickets, whichever ones I may get in the swap, and I hope that whoever ends up with mine will enjoy them. So thank you everybody for watching. I hope everyone has a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.